Yeah, I tell everybody, if you ain't sleeping 10 hours and you doing this shit, you ain't gonna be successful.
No, I was maybe getting like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
No chance. All right, folks, we got a young man that didn't make it through AFAS because of the monkey bars. Shit. That kind of sucks, man. As always, man, we're going to get this dude some great advice, get him on the track to greatness so that he can go back to AFAS and crush AFAS and get selected to go to the Q course. Put on that infamous Green Beret, baby. Man, I wanted a Green Beret my whole childhood. As always, smash the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Ding it, share it with your friends. Do whatever you want with it. You know, we've been a little slow. I got a new catchphrase. One of my viewers dropped it in the comments, man. Grit don't wash off. I love it. Enjoy this video.
Let's see, I was in an airborne unit for about 6 months, and then I tried out for SFRE with 20th Group. I got picked up with them, and then I went to selection back in February of this year. I got dropped, and then I had a 1-year return date, and now we're here.
Okay, so real quick, let's just talk about the brass tacks. How I know the answer, but I just want to make sure that we got it all for kind of the viewers and that shit. What was your mileage going into AFAS? Mileage a week running.
I was probably doing about 25 to 30 miles a week.
Okay, what was your mileage going in rucking?
Probably about 12 to 15 miles a week, maybe a little more.
Is that on top of the running, or is that combined with
that,
the running?
Top of the running too.
So you're running 25 and you're rucking about 15, 20.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay. Okay, so that's not too bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was.
No, I actually have full like I logged like every day what I did for like the 4 or 5 months I did for the train up for it.
Okay, and what happened when you got there? What happened?
Well, I got dropped.
Yeah.
O course.
You got dropped for the O course.
Yep.
How did you get dropped for the O course? I only know legitimately out of like 400 dudes I saw in training, I only know 2 that got dropped for the O course.
Okay, so there's this one obstacle. I can't remember the name of it, but you have to like climb this rope, and then there's this log you have to get onto.
Uh-huh.
Then there's a log that's like connected that goes down. You have to shimmy down. Then there's like this monkey bar you have to like walk across, like down it, and it goes down like at an angle. And they have like these yellow lines that are on the monkey bars you got to walk across. And if you like walk on the outside, they'll no-go you and make you restart.
Okay.
And they made me restart like 2 or 3 times, and then they no-go me and said, "Get down, you're dropped."
Okay, so like here's the kind of shit, like I'm just gonna tell you the truth, bro. This is the kind of shit that, in my opinion, did you know what the obstacle course looked like?
No, not really.
Okay, had you ever seen an obstacle course like that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, and you like
I never done like the one I failed on.
No, I'm just saying, but you couldn't keep your feet in the yellow lines?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you. You couldn't do it.
Well, like, yeah, basically no. I'm not going to give no excuses. I just couldn't do it.
I'm asking, right? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. When I got to the island, I failed the O course twice. Okay, because you got to do a 30-foot hand over hand rope transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in full kit, battle, extra 40 pounds on. For whatever reason, I could not get across the rope. Okay, I'd be about 5 feet short of the end. And then I thought about it, and I said, okay, let me try to do this like I do drown proofing, right? Like my 1-2, get in a rhythm, and then I was able to pass, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you this, if I hadn't passed it when I did, then I would have been out there every night trying to figure out what I got to do the rope, right? A lot of the guys were saying it was easy, like that's the kind of stuff. Where is that? Is that down in Florida at AFS for National Guard screening, 20th Group?
Bragg, at Camp McCall.
At Camp McCall at Bragg, okay?
Yep.
So the first thing I would tell you is you need to find somewhere that has an O course like that.
Yeah, I've been practicing at the O course we got down by 20th Group.
Okay, so is it the same downhill, like ladder?
No, this is like more just even, like straight across.
Okay, but you can do it pretty easily now.
Yeah, I can do pretty easily now. I never trained for something like that.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. That statement right there is one of the things that gets a lot of people. All right. And I'm going to say it real nicely. You can't train for everything.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
one of the biggest things in special forces that folks have a hard time understanding is special forces is about learning a new skill very quickly and being able to do it at a high level very quickly. Okay. So if you're one of those guys that takes hours and hours and days to be able to figure some stuff out, you're always going to be behind the power curve. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to come in and give you some shit and you have like 6 hours to practice with it and you be able to you got to be able to go outdoor and use it.
Oh yeah, I got some shit when I got back.
No. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, you got to be able to, like, you got to ask yourself if you're that type of person. Do you learn easily? Are you able to comprehend quickly? Because, like, if you got, in my opinion, if you got dropped from monkey bars, then you better go through the whole selection course because the Q course is going to give you a ton of monkey bars.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, sir.
Okay. Physically, how were you doing?
I was good.
Okay. You were doing like middle to, top quarter of the rucks and the runs?
For the rucks and the runs, I would say it was middle of the pack, I would say, for all 4 of them.
Okay. So that doesn't help you either, right?
Yeah, I knew my run and ruck times were pretty slow. I was in the middle of the pack every time.
What was your 5-mile time?
We didn't do a 5-mile time run because the times are unknown. You don't know what the distance is.
What is your 5-mile time when you went out there?
I was running around about a 38:30 before I went out there.
Okay, so that ain't gonna cut it.
No.
You got to be sub 35 minutes.
Yep, correct.
Okay. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure, like, I give you the information you need so you can be successful, right? Like,
and the 2-mile time run was a 13:23.
Ain't gonna cut it, right? What 2-mile time do you need to have to be successful at AF?
Definitely, well under 12:30.
Well under 12:30 is a great answer.
Yeah.
I tell everybody I want 12 minutes, but I couldn't run a 12 minutes. I run like a 12:06, 12:10, okay? But you got to be under 12:30.
There were people they were running like 10-minute 2 miles.
I saw a 12-minute 3-mile.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Little Kenyan dude that went Marine Corps in the Naval Academy ran 12:04, I think, 3-mile.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but if you want to go to SF, you got to be running in that pack.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would tell you, who do you have around you that's been to selection?
Really just the people that I drove with down in 20th group.
Okay. Are they down there now?
Yeah, they are. There was like 3 of them that just got selected.
Okay. So then I would have a conversation with them. Okay. And just kind of like kick the tires is the best way to put it. Right. So like one of the things I tell people, they always have some stuff that you're not prepared for. They always do. I mean, that might be the hallmark of SF selection is they have some shit that you ain't prepared for. And they're really just seeing how you deal with adversity, how well you can learn a new task, and how flexible are you under stress. Okay. That might be the hallmark of selection in all of the SS programs, Navy SEALs. Like I tell everybody, it's hilarious. Last summer, at SFAS, which is the SEAL Officer Assessment and Selection, they got a whole bunch of people to quit. I'm talking about Naval Academy guys, ROTC guys. They got a whole bunch of people to quit in one of the blocks because they didn't do anything in that block that they had done in the last 3 or 4 years. So the whole week block was totally different skill sets, totally different evolutions. And a bunch of dudes thought they had all the answers and got there and got their heads blown off because they changed the whole thing up. I love it, because the job is absolutely that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the fact that you got boinked on running down some ladders or whatever you call monkey bars, to me is concerning. Okay. And I'm telling you that so you can start thinking about that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How can you be more flexible? How can you learn a new skill? So let me ask you this. Did you have an opportunity to go to the officer? Like, I take it the AFAS is just around the clock, correct? For 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So you don't really have a time to go out to the O course and practice that evolution.
No, not really. No, not at all.
Okay. Can you get there early and practice that evolution?
No.
Is it a closed O course or is it an open or closed?
Yeah, it's on a camp. Like, you can't just go in there whenever you want.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, like they bust you like the report day you're supposed to show up to Camp McCall.
Okay. How are your push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups?
So they changed the PT test. So now you do like the T push-ups. It's not regular push-ups anymore. They got rid of the sit. It's the 2-mile run and it's pull-ups, and then they added a 2-minute plank.
Okay. All right. Easy day then. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you I got 1 Green Beret and a handful of Rangers right now. And I got 2 dudes that just basically crushed Ranger school. Okay. So what I'm gonna tell you is we have 1,000 yards of swimming. That helps. Obviously your grip strength you got to have up there at an elite level. So
your grip strength's got to be dead on, or you're not going to make it.
Yep. How long were you there?
So I was there for like an extra 2 days, and then I was there for both the runs, the 2 rucks we did, and then the PT test. So probably about a week before I got dropped.
So you were there. It's 3 weeks long, right?
Yeah, it's 3 weeks long.
So you were there 2 weeks of it.
No, about a week or so.
Okay. All right. So do you have the PDF, the Army PDF that I got?
Yeah, I got pulled up right here.
Okay, you're good. Do you have any questions about it?
Yeah. So right now, my speed tree run time is a 2.64 right now. I just did that on, what day was that? That was today I did that. Or no, that was Monday I did that.
Okay.
And then I did a swim 500-meter time test, and that was a 9:21.
Freestyle?
Yeah, freestyle.
Okay, that's fine. 9:21 ain't bad.
And that was my first time ever doing a time 500.
I mean, if you can make it 500 freestyle, you starting off in a good place.
Yeah, and then I did a 5-mile run time for time on Monday. That was a 48:01, which is still slow.
You did 48:01 for time?
Yeah, a 5-mile time run.
Like you ran it as fast as you could and ran 48:01?
I jogged a little bit of it, but for the most part, I ran as fast as I could.
Have you been running?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Do you have a really short stride length?
I haven't been running enough, I will say.
How many miles a week?
Only about probably 15 or 20 right now.
Okay, so here's what I tell everybody. The minimum at all times in life when you were in the military is 3 miles a day, 7 days a week. That's the minimum. Really, you should be running 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 6.7 on Saturdays. Take a Sunday off.
Gotcha.
But there is no such thing as a 15-mile week running wise in the military.
Yep.
Because what happens is you get 48-minute 5 miles because you're not in shape.
Gotcha.
Now, when are you trying to go back?
I had a 1-year return date, so I can go back in February. So I still got like 6 months left.
Okay, so you got more than enough time to get ready.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know how much were your rucks there? Did they have you weighed out rucks?
Yeah, so for gate week, I think they were about 65 pounds, and then for land nav, they were about 85 or more.
Okay. So you got to get used to 85, right? Like,
yeah, I ruck with right now.
Yeah, you're rucking with 85?
About 75 to 80 or so, yeah.
Are they ever dropping it down to 55 pounds running?
Probably not.
Okay. So you've been there for 2 weeks. You know what you're going to expect. We do a lot of, in the SEAL teams, they do a lot of 55 pound, and you're running the whole time with 55. You ain't running with 80 or 90 on.
And then when we drill too for drill weekend, we'll do land nav with the ruck on too.
Okay. How is your land nav on point?
It's pretty solid.
Okay. Okay. How are you land naving? Are you just doing azimuth and step count? Or are you doing terrain contouring?
Yeah, I just do azimuth going to attack point and then shooting azimuth and going to the point.
So you're saying an attack point, like an offset, like someplace you can't miss?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That works just as fine. That's fine. All right, what other questions you got?
Yep. So for swimming, I'm just doing the 10 by 50. Should I just keep it that, or should I bump it up to 10 by 100s?
10 by 100s.
Okay.
But listen. When you get your 10 by 50s down to about 34-ish, okay, one lap. When you get in the pool on your first lap and you swim a 32-second, then you know you're ready for hundreds.
Okay, because my interval time right now, well, last week it was 120. Now it's down to 115 because I took 5 seconds off.
On 50s?
Yeah, on 50s.
Your interval time needs to get down to like 45.
Okay.
So you got but here's the deal. You're not in a rush. So you have 6 weeks. 6 weeks, you'll be down at 45 seconds. You're swimming 5 times a week?
Yep, Monday through Friday.
Yep, you're fine.
I'm also on the pound of pasta a day and then the vitamins too.
That's fine. The vitamins are key to just your bone health.
Yeah.
Are you doing a whole PDF right now?
Yeah, whole PDF.
Here's something I'm going to tell you. You can do all the swimming you want, all right? You're running so slow right now, I don't necessarily know if running the PDF right now is helping you. At the end, before you go, you want to be running 12 miles out and rucking 12 miles back.
Okay.
Not like once a month, right? Or once every 3 weeks. You're not doing it a lot. But you want to be able to have that type of volume in your background, right? Like you want to be able to have a 25-mile travel day.
Oh, yeah, because that's all you do at SFAS is have your ruck on.
Yep. So, but we can't train like that. We can't train with our ruck on that much or we'll have a bunch of overuse injuries.
Yeah, I think that was another problem I had too before going to SFAS. Is I think I was rucking too much. And I think that was the problem too, a little bit.
Yep. You got to, I tell everybody, you can have that ruck on too much because you'll start having back problems. You'll start having stress fracture problems. You'll start having knee problems, ankle problems. You just got to get fast. You got to get fast, be able to carry the weight.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What other kind of questions you got?
Yeah. So since I have 6 months left when I'm able to go back for the ruck right now, should I just keep doing the weight I'm doing?
Well, you're doing a bunch of weight right now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So here's the deal. You've been in the military, right?
Yeah, I've been in for 5.5 years now.
You know how to ruck, correct?
Yep.
So we're not going to change what you already know.
Okay.
I'm not trying to come in here like I got all the fucking answers on rucking. If you've been rucking and the shit been working, then you just keep doing it, right?
Yep.
I know for us over in the teams is a little bit different because we do a lot of running. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of running with a ruck on. And so that's kind of different. But you guys doing a lot of heavy shit. Our heavy shit is land nav and stuff like that. Or as soon as we get all the bullets for the guns, it gets heavy quick, but we ain't really doing too much. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of long movements like there are in the Army.
Gotcha.
Okay, what else you got, brother?
For on Fridays where it has the 3x800s, because I'm on the second week now of doing that.
Let me say this. Let me help you out a little bit. This is what I think you need to do, Joe. Okay. Take 2 months and get into good ass shape first.
Okay.
Before you try to tackle the PDF.
Okay.
And I don't think you need to be running you can run once a day and get in good ass shape. Right? Because your 48-minute 5 mile tells me you're in bad shape right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just work on start this week off and run 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then 6 on Saturday, right?
Did you say 48 or 38?
What? You said 40. You said it was 48 minutes. 38. No. You said that was your fastest time. You said you just ran a 5 mile yesterday on Monday, and it was 48 minutes.
No, I said 38 38, not 48.
You know I just recorded this phone conversation, right?
Yeah.
Don't make me go back because I'm telling you.
I promise I said 38.
Okay, so you're not in as bad a shape as I thought. But I would take how much, and you've only been running. So this is what I would say.
Yeah, you're better. Real quick on the email, I said 39, and that was like 2 months ago. And the one Monday was a 38.
Okay. It's up to you whether you want to start on the PDF, right? 38 minutes is different than a 48 minute. Okay.
Yeah. If I said 40, I meant to say 38.
Okay, that's fine. 38 minutes is right. So this is kind of the scale I use, Joe. Okay. I was running 35-minute 5 miles with no speed tree, nothing. That was my 35-minute was a jog pace 5 mile. Okay. And that's what I kind of use as the standard because I am the epitome of a non-runner, right? Like, that's why when people say they can't run 35-minute 5 miles, I'm just like, well, then you ain't cut out for the life because I'm not a runner in any sense of the word. And all through the academy, I'm jogging 35-minute 5 miles. You know what I'm saying? So if that's where you can start, then you can start doing speed trees. You know, I've seen dudes I got a guy that ran 28-minute 5 mile. You know, you don't have to be that fast, though. That's the whole thing. This isn't about making you a world-class runner. It's about getting you in world-class condition and being able to run and really for you, run and ruck well enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't think, like, to be honest with you, I don't think, like, jumping in the PDF ain't going to help you right now. Okay?
Gotcha.
Now, if you think that doing all the extra running is going to help you, lean out a little bit, that's fine. But you can do one speed tree a week, keep the rucking the way it is right now, make sure you're getting your runs in, and in a month from now, you'll be in totally different condition. Because when did you start training for this shit?
Like when I went to SFAS this year?
No. Right now. When did you start training 2 weeks ago? Before that, you were just kind of bootlegging some running?
Yeah, like the last 4 months, I mean, I trained, but I really didn't. Like I just like bumped it up like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So just don't get too aggressive on the ramp up is the best way I can put it to you.
Gotcha.
Because I don't think you're in great shape right now. Would you admit you're not in great shape right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So
I think way better shape probably around January time frame.
Okay, so you can I use a PDF to get in shape. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I use it to get in shape. So you got to just make a decision. You got 6 months. You're not gonna be on the PDF for all 6 months. You're gonna be on the PDF for maybe 3 of those months, 4 of those months, right?
Yep.
Like hit it for 2 months, take a month off, hit it for 2 months. Get your volume should be phenomenal by then. So you'll still be running 60 miles a week. You'll still be swimming once a day. You just will take out a couple of the intense shits like the speed trees or the 800s. So you can lessen your intensity. So you can maintain your brain power. Because we don't want to go into AFAS like totally cooked out. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yep.
So, you got 6 months. You got a ton of time. Get ready. I'm not saying take your time. I'm not saying slow roll it. I'm just saying, get your ass ready. Do you have a heart rate monitor?
I do, yeah.
Okay. What's your resting heart rate?
No, not top of my
like
head.
Sleep.
No, I don't.
Okay, so that's one of the things I tell everybody. If you can get your resting heart rate every night, you know how good a shape you're in. You want to be in the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be sub 40, resting heart rate, sleep. You know what I'm saying? Your sleeping heart rate.
And speaking of sleep too, that's one thing I noticed too. I was not getting enough sleep, but now whatever time I go to bed, I set for at least 8 to 10 hours before I wake up now.
Yeah, I tell everybody, if you ain't sleeping 10 hours and you're doing this shit, you ain't gonna be successful.
No, I was maybe getting like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance. How tall are you?
5'11".
How much you weigh?
205.
Okay, you're fine. So don't worry about the weight so much. Just work. You know what I'm saying? Get the volume in. I tell a lot of people, man, volume is the key. Volume is the key in all selection courses. If you can't handle the volume, I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how gritty you are. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, because we had an ultra marathon runner that was fast as shit. And then when it came time to ruck, and he couldn't just take the weight and he quit.
Yep. Looking for sled dogs, not fucking, you know what I'm saying? Looking for pack mules, not race horses.
Yep.
So that is what it is. All right, brother. What else you got?
Yeah. What's your thoughts on jiu-jitsu?
So here's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay. I used to be a fan of jiu-jitsu. I love it for winning street fights. However, my jiu-jitsu dude said it's not very hard physically. Mm-hmm. Everybody that goes jiu-jitsu, depending on where you're at, gets hurt. Shoulders, you get a little asshole. He tweaks your knee. Like, I tell all my dudes, like 6 months out from selection, we ain't fucking with no jiu-jitsu. Just not doing it. Because people getting banged up and getting hurt.
Gotcha.
I love it as a sport. I think it's critical to winning street fights. But as far as going to train to get better, like, nah, I ain't messing with it. Too many injuries.
Yeah, I'm currently doing right now, but, you know, I thought about just backing off on it.
So I'm going to tell you, ain't no jiu-jitsu in AFAS.
Nope.
Running and rucking. We're swimming because the swimming helps our overall body volume without a lot of pounding on our legs, right? And I'll be honest with you, when you get ready to go, we're going to add an hour. You know what a swim attack bike is? The Aerodam assault bike?
Yeah, the echo bike or assault bike?
Yeah. We're going to add an hour of that a day.
Okay.
Right? To give you more volume but less impact.
Gotcha.
Okay. But that's all. That's like, you know, a month and a half out, you start adding an hour. Pretty soon you're working out 8 hours a day. You get to AFAS, you're like, fuck, I smoked that shit.
Gotcha. What about a rower too? Does that work as well?
Rowers are all right. I don't like rowers because my back ain't great. So it always fucks with my back. But rowers ain't bad. I mean, I prefer the assault bike because I think you get a lot of push-pull on the assault bike. You don't get any push on the rower. It's just all more back and pull.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. All right. What else you got?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Just check in from time to time. Send me your swim intervals.
I actually have them from today, from my first lap. 47 was my fastest, and 56 was my slowest.
Okay, I don't want your fastest and your slowest. What was your first lap?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my first one. 47 was my first, 56 was my last.
Okay, so you're not swimming hard enough.
And that was on the 10 by 50s.
Yeah. What I'm saying is you're not swimming hard enough, Joe.
Yeah, I got you.
Like you gotta, like it's gotta be all out. So okay. I would expect to see like you swam a 9:30. So I would expect this whatever you swam 500. I would expect to see a 42 and a minute.
Okay.
Like you're not swimming hard enough. Are you able to breathe on like your last 3 laps? Like are you gassed? Are you dead?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you ain't swimming hard enough in the beginning then.
Okay.
Like every lap is 100%. And if you got 1 minute intervals, 120 intervals, that tells me like your last 3 laps should be overlapping. Meaning you get back and your alarm, your watch is beeping as you're getting to the wall.
Okay.
But if you got breaks, and here's the other thing, it doesn't really matter right now. Like if it's not crushing you, as you come take that 5 seconds off every week, it'll start. It'll kind of work itself out, but you got to swim harder. You shouldn't be swimming a 46 and a 56. It shouldn't be a 10-second spread unless you're swimming in the end, it'll be a 10-second spread, but right now it shouldn't be.
Gotcha.
You're not swimming hard enough early. And
you said also go up to the hundreds too?
No, do 50s until when you go into hundreds. What I say about when you go to hundreds?
I think it was about after a couple months.
Nope. What I gave you a specific time.
I probably didn't write down. That's on me.
32 to 34 seconds and a 45-second interval.
Okay.
Because then you'll be cooking. And then you still got to swim your 500 after you do your 50s to get your volume. So you got 10 50s and then you got 10 100s. But the 10 100s aren't on interval. They're just swim 10 100s. Oh, not 10. I'm sorry, 5 100s. So you're in the Army program, you're swimming 1,000 a day. That's it.
Okay.
And that's all you need.
All right. Gotcha.
All right, man. Well, kick ass, brother. Let's be successful this time. No more bullshit, okay? What I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you some homework, okay? You need to figure out what you got to do to be able to learn better, faster, and more faster, okay? And I know that's kind of ambiguous, but that's shit, that's SF. So if you're not good at learning shit, you better start fucking trying to learn new shit all the time and better do it fast.
Gotcha.
Because you're going to have to overcome that to be successful in AFS because they're just going to get you with something else. Instead of the fucking monkey bars this time, they're going to get you with fucking crab crawls for a mile.